Hi, and welcome to the Real Women of Philadelphia. I'm Claudia Signaleon, coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia, and this is a baguette, a French baguette, a stale French baguette. And I'm going to use it today to show you how to make a great appetizer using whipped chive Philadelphia cream cheese. Pan Perdu Pirogues. Using this bread, Pan Perdu lost bread, and we're going to make a mixture of the whipped chive Philadelphia cream cheese, some shrimp, bacon, chives, and asparagus. And we're going to fill the pirogue, or the boat, with that mixture, pop them in the oven until they get nice and buttery and crispy, and then we're going to serve them hot, and it's going to be a great appetizer. You don't want to miss the boat on this great appetizer, and if you want to see how it all pans out, join me in my kitchen while I make for you Pan Perdu Pirogues. What are we going to need to make our perfect Pan Perdu Pirogues? I challenge you to say that 4 times in a row. Well, we're going to need some Pan Perdu. Here I'm using French baguettes, but you can use whatever kind of stale or lost bread that you might have. Some pre-cooked shrimp that we're going to season with some Old Bay and some parsley. We need some bacon, and you can use fresh bacon. You can buy the already made bacon crumbles from the store. Some asparagus, some butter, some Philadelphia cream cheese, and this time we're using the whipped chive flavor, and of course some fresh chives for garnishing afterwards. And now we're ready to build our perfect Pan Perdu Pirogues. What's the recipe for a Pan Perdu Pirogue? 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, the whipped chive variety, 2 cups of pre-cooked salad shrimp, 2 cups of bacon crumbles, 2 tablespoons of butter, 20 asparagus stalks blanched and diced, 1 French loaf or whatever other bread you're going to use as a substitute, a 1/4 teaspoon of granulated garlic, 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, 1/4 teaspoon of parsley, and 2 tablespoons of diced fresh chives for garnish. Now we're going to start putting the ingredients together for our fabulous Pan Perdu Pirogues. We have our bread here, but before we do our bread, we have to prepare our vegetables. Now here I have just some fresh asparagus. You can use frozen asparagus, canned asparagus, but I like to use the fresh ones. And in order to do that, we're going to have to blanch them. Over here on the stove, I've started my water to boil. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to, it's to a rolling boil, and I'm going to go ahead and just pop my asparagus tips in there for a couple of minutes while I'm prepping the bread. After the asparagus go for about a minute, I'm going to take them out. Here I have a bowl of water, and I'm just going to transfer the asparagus to the water bowl so that they can start to cool down, and that stops the cooking process, and it'll make them nice and crispy to go into our cream cheese. Let's look at our bread. Here I have our baguette. And I'm just going to do a piece of this, but I just want to show you the process for making the pirogue. You just cut your bread in half, and then you go along the top, not all the way down to the middle, but you just want to kind of run your knife across the top of the bread. This is real easy, and this looks like bread pudding to me. You just save that, and then you can just run your knife down the middle of the bread, just to loosen it up out of the crust. And then you're just going to pull it out. You're going to pick it out. It comes right out. And you just put it over. And again, save that for bread pudding. And when you're finished, you have your little pirogue, your little boat. Now we're going to fill this with the Philadelphia cream cheese mixture, put them in the oven, and we'll have a great, great appetizer. So now we've gone ahead and we've made our little pirogue that we're going to use to fill with the Philadelphia cream cheese. And now we've got our asparagus. It's all blanched out. Look at that beautiful green color. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to place it in our ice bowl so that it can cool off. And now it's ready to be incorporated into our great, great mixture that we're going to use to put inside of our pirogue. So you just take a bowl, and here I have our Philadelphia cream cheese, the whipped chive version, and you want it whipped because it'll go in much easier, much better. We have our shrimp, and the shrimp I've just gone ahead and placed some Old Bay on them, and I put them in the microwave for about a minute and a half or until they turn pink. Or you can go ahead and buy pre-cooked shrimp and you can just season them with the Old Bay and skip that. And our bacon bits. You can buy bacon and crisp it up and crinkle it up, or you can buy a package of bacon bits. And that'll save you that step if you need to. And then we have our asparagus. And I'm just going to go ahead, I'm just going to dice that up. Real easy. I'm going to take our asparagus and plop. And then I have our dry seasonings. I have some more of our Old Bay, some garlic powder, and a pinch of cayenne pepper. This is a spicy, I mean at the end when you mix this all up, I mean it tastes so great, but it really does have a little kick to it. And we just go around in the bowl. You see how that's, look at those shrimp, those beautiful shrimp, and the asparagus are there. It comes together nicely, and then we're just going to add some parsley. And then I have some fresh chives that we're going to use to garnish at the end, but I just like to incorporate a few of them in here in the dish. Then we're going to go, and we're going to get our pirogue, and we're just going to go ahead, here I go with my 2-spoon method again, and we're just going to fill the cavity of our pirogue with our cream cheese mixture. Wow, look at that. No cook, no fuss, easy as 1, 2, looks like once it's filled up, okay? And then we're going to just go back over it with some more of our, I have some melted butter here, and I just like to go over the bread and just baste the bread lightly with some, and now we are ready to place these in the oven. Put them in the oven at 375 degrees for about 10 minutes. When they come out, I'll show you how. Okay, y'all, here we are with our pan Perdu pirogues. We've hollowed out a French baguette, made a mixture of our chive, whipped chive, Philadelphia cream cheese, shrimp, bacon, asparagus, and chives. Fill the cavity, put it in the oven for 10 minutes, and they've just come out, and they're nice and crunchy. We painted them with butter. They're nice and crunchy. And now what I like to do is I like to just go ahead and garnish them a little bit, just any kind of way you want, with some of our asparagus. This is the asparagus that we blanched early on when we first started making them. And you can just top them with some asparagus, and then go ahead and then just garnish them with some fresh chives, and they are ready to eat. Get a load of this. Bread that you would have thrown away, made into a great appetizer. And now I'm just going to grab a bite of this because the smell of the bacon and the asparagus and the cream cheese. You hear that crunch? And that would have been bread that would have been thrown out. Incredible. Asparagus, bacon, chives, and shrimp. Then, right at the end, when you think all the flavors are done, you get a boost. You get a kick of cayenne pepper. Oh, man, this is really great. And to think, it all started with stale bread. Until next time, I'm Claudia Signoleon for the Real Woman of Philadelphia. Talk to you soon. Bye.